Good evening, ladies and what? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chaos Cup here in the Mid-Atlantic Mulling League. Week 4 is underway, and tonight we have a Reptile Dysfunkshun versus Irish Wristwatch, Wenger versus Nick Satan, Underworld Denizens versus Lizardmen. Let's take a look at the... You know what? Let's take a look at the standings first. Just 8 teams remaining contention here in week 4. And tonight, it will be the 5th and 6th place teams facing off. Both teams really looking for a win tonight. And while their advancement to the top 4 is not contingent upon it, a Reptile Dysfunkshun especially is looking for a win tonight if he's not going to leave his fate in the hands of Nuffle. Let's take a look at their rosters. We'll start with Irish Wristwatch here. Ninja Gloppy, hey! Look at that rad emote. Irish Wristwatch, Wenger's team is up. TV of 1060. He's coming in with a full 12-man roster. Rarely Leery Rory, the Skaven thrower, has leveled up. That's a fantastic emote. The number 8 Skaven thrower has picked up the first mutation for this team. It's extra arms that'll give him a +1 on ball pickups, on throws, on catches, and on interceptions. Fred Fed Ted Bread's leveled up. He's basically a Skaven blitzer now, just a little bit more fragile. And man, look at how much SPP he has. How has this guy been getting all this SPP? Wow. He's on the roster as well. I mean, it's Underworld. He's starting to pick up these SPP. You can see that Wenger has spread his SPP fairly well across that team, and that scares me. That's a good job by Wenger. He's got 3 TRRs. That's a whole lot. 3 Fan Factor, 1 Apothecary to protect all this AV7 on this roster. Yikes! The Warpstone Troll can throw any one of these goblins. He's got 5 of them to play with, and besides that, he's got the Skaven, right? The Skaven throwers are really good players. They're fast, decent stats. The Skaven blitzers, just as fast, even have better stats. They have an AV of 8. But he'll be up against a Reptile Dysfunkshun, Nick Satan's team tonight, Lizardmen. And look at this, coming in a TV of 1030, that's a 30K difference. However, he is down not 1, but 2 players. He would have had a 12-man roster. He's now down to a 10-man roster. He lost Krista with she has a fractured arm in week 3, so she'll be out this game. And Samuel L. Skinkson Esquire is out with some sort of injury. What's the injury? With a groin strain. So Samuel L. Skinkson will be out as well. He's down a Skink. He's down a Saurus. He picked up a 5th Saurus. I think that's a good pickup, but he lost one in the last game. Delton, the number 4 Saurus, has picked up the block skill as well. He's got the Crocs, Pickles, the Crocs, and 5 Skinks on this roster. 2 TRRs, 1 Apothecary, 3 Fan Factor. He has a coach assistant as well. Because he's down a player, he's going to have to pick up an extra Skink. That's going to be another 60K counting against his TV. And because of that, he's given 30K back to Wenger's team, back to Irish Wristwatch. And I have to imagine Irish Wristwatch is going to leverage it. He's got 120K in the bank, 30K in petty cash. He'll pick up, at the very least, 1 Bloodweiser Babe to protect all that AV7 he has on his roster. The matchup tonight, I think conventional wisdom gives this to a Reptile Dysfunkshun, but he's down a Saurus. He's down a Skink. He's got 5 Skinks and 4 Sauruses. Wenger, he's got speed. You know, yeah, he's very fragile. He's got those blitzers. He's got the troll. He can lock down 4 Sauruses. I don't want to say no problem, but it's very doable to lock down those 4 Sauruses. We saw that in week 3. If he's able to do that, and able to leverage his offense however he decides to do it, whether it's with the Skaven or whether it's with the Goblins, if he can lock down the Sauruses, I think he doesn't have a problem on offense. On defense, if it's going to be a little more of a chess match, I think he's got to go after those skinks. If one is given up for a block, and it has to be because there's only 4 skinks on the roster. I'm sorry, 4 Sarses on the roster. If a skink is given up for a block, you take the block. He's got to. And conversely, there's so much AV7 on this pitch, he's got to protect those players as well. So I think there's going to be a chess match for Irish Wristwatch on defense. How aggressive do you be on defense? How protective are you of your AV7 while still going after those skinks and trying to pick up that player advantage? Where a Reptile Dysfunkshun, on the other hand, he's going to play super bashy, but he does have to be careful of these skinks. These skinks are the only ball carriers. He has 2 level 2 skinks. One's picked up sidestep, stunty, dodge, and sidestep. Very good skill combination. That means he can get free movements out of that when he tries to get blocked down. Dodge keeps him upright just a little bit longer. And Meatwad of New Jersey, he is a sneaky get. That means he doesn't get called off the pitch. He's so sneaky, when he takes a foul, he doesn't get called off the pitch unless the armor roll succeeds. So only if he gets doubles on a successful armor roll does he get called off the pitch. And you can be guaranteed this number 13 skink will be leveraged to foul all day, every day. Wenger needs to be aware of that. He needs to avoid it. He needs to try to take Meatwad off the pitch if Nick Satan makes heavy use of that skink. Lots of positioning tonight, lots of area control, really lots of player control, I think is the name of the game tonight. Again, if those skinks if those Sarses get locked down, I think Wenger's in really good shape. If Nick Satan can go after all that AV7 and get a player advantage early, I think he's in good shape. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big game tonight. It's a big game. It's a tough matchup, but it's 2 fantastic coaches. I can't wait to see it go down. It looks like both coaches are in Discord now, so we'll head on over to Cabal TV and see if they're ready to get underway. Oh man. Just like that, here we go. Week 4, both teams really want to win to help secure their position in the top 4 slots. The top 4 will make the cut and advance to the playoffs. They have only one more game after this one to play. Irish Wristwatch on defense first. And he did indeed take that inducement money and picked up a Bloodweiser Babe. That means he dipped into his treasury for 20K. I think that's a smart move. Wow, nobody has the fame advantage. Nobody is getting an advantage on the kickoff table. It is Raw Blood Bowl tonight with sunny skies. Let's go. 3 TRRs for Irish Wristwatch, 2 for Nick Satan. Irish Wristwatch going with a 3-man gobbo line here. SP Beaver says not putting the troll on the line. No, he wants to keep that troll free to see what Nick Satan's going to do with Pickles. Aggressive zone defense here by Irish Wristwatch, and now a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Another thing we didn't mention in the pregame, I think Irish Wristwatch wants to try to play for TRR control. If he can force Nick Satan to take actions out of order, he can force him to spend those TRRs early. And once Nick Satan is down to 1, even just 1 TRR, he's in a bit of a predicament. Of course, when he's down to 0, that changes the game dramatically. TRRs are very strong. They change the odds significantly on die rolls. The simple example, of course, is if you have a 50-50 die roll and you have a TRR in hand, it's actually a 75% chance that you'll succeed rather than a 50% chance. That's a big difference. 3-man line for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. He is going to put the big guy in the center position. 2 Sars guards, 2 Sarses in the wide zone. Who's the best? Who's the best tonight? We're going to find out who the best is. 2 Sarses to protect the skinks in either wide zone. There's that journeyman he had to pick up. Here's the kickoff. Clifey says the Croxagore is the best. Neither team with a kicker. Pitch invasion. Oh, what a way to get this game started. Oh, no! Oh! pitch invasion on turn 1, and the only players who get hit are the lizards. Wow, this crowd does not like this lizard team. 3 lizards down. Here we go. 2-die block at the line. Good hit. Ninja Gloppy with the Metal Gear Solid shark. Gloppy says 4 lizards down. Yeah, that's correct. It's 4 lizards down. Excuse me. It's the big guy. It's 2 skinks and a Saurus. Saurus in the left wide zone. 2 blocks taken on the line right now. Can't take the 3rd block on the line unless it's a blitz at this point. How does he protect this ball? How does he protect the ball? What do you do? Cliffy says the Croxagore, no! Blitz with the Saurus in the right wide zone. 2-die blitz. Only gets a push. Pushes the Skaven lineman. That's the leveled up Skaven lineman with the block skill. Pushes him toward the sideline. Doesn't follow up. Wants to keep that Saurus free. You can lock down Sauruses very effectively. Yeah, they're strong. Yeah, I think that's appropriate. Failed the pickup. Is he going to spend the TRR? I don't think he does. But, man, that's going to be an iffy scatter. Oh, man, that's not the scatter he wanted. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So like we were saying, it's easy to tie up the Saurus. Yeah, they're very strong, but they only have an AG of 1. That means they do not dodge. Well, except we saw last game, sometimes they double dodge. A positive dodge for a Saurus is a 5+. That's a 1/3 chance of succeeding. It just takes 1 tackle zone to make it a straight 6. SB Beaver says that flute woke my dog from her nap. Goblin on the line here for defense is going to shift over, mark the Saurus. 2 marks on the Saurus. It looks like he's going to try to take the blitz on this number 4 Saurus. There it is. Gets a good hit with Kristoff. So many Sauruses on the ground. This is absurd. This is obscene. Still has movement with Selfish Shellfish. Gets a tackle zone on the ball. That was a tough call by Nick Satan to not re-roll the pickup. I think I agree with it, but man, this is not the scatter he wanted. Thrower to pick up the ball. Failed the pickup. Wow. Had sure hands, went for the pickup. Fairly good odds on it. It's a 3+. Failed it twice. He got the sure hands free reroll, but failed it, so he couldn't spend the TRR. You can only reroll a die once. If you get a free reroll, that's it. You don't get to spend your TRR. Scattered into the hands of the skink, who dropped it again. And now Pickles is boneheaded. Oh no, Pickles is not boneheaded. Pickles barely succeeded her boneheaded roll. SB Beaver says, I think the audience did better against the lizards than I did. Cliffy says, I hope there are as many Sauruses on the ground in my next game. Well, now all the stun ones are coming into play. Yeah, Sauruses are fast, too. You can see he stood up there. Standing up costs 3 MA. He has an MA of 6. That means there are 3 additional movement spaces he could move. Blitz on the Skaven thrower for having the gall, the audacity to try to go after this ball on turn 1. Get out of here. This is my pitch. Good stun by Reptile Dysfunkshun. No more movement with the blitzer unless he wants to GFI, and there's no way he does. It would be a GFI dodge, in fact. Moves the skink towards the ball. Probably wants to do something with the Sauruses first before he goes for the ball pickup. Might move the Sauruses back to cage. We'll see. Oh, here's the foul with Meatwad. This is what we were talking about. Didn't get anything out of it. But Meatwad's a sneaky get. If he rolled doubles there, he would not have been called off the pitch. Failed ball pickup. Does he spend the TRR? I don't think so, but we'll see. Clifey says, okay, fine, he can have 10 Sarses in the Croxagore. Yeah, I think that's a smart play to not spend the TRR. You don't need to. Ball's in fairly-ish good shape. It's a lot of rolls for the Skaven Blitzer. Yeah, so I think that's fine. And you only have 2 TRRs. They're so precious. You really want to make sure they count when you spend them. Cleffy says, if all he had were Sarses and a Croxagar, he'd never pick up the ball, but I wouldn't have a team afterwards. That's very true. Being able to have 10 Sarses would be so broken. Good stunty dodge by the Goblins. The Goblins are stunty and they have the dodge skill. Stunty means that basically all of their dodges are positive dodges, and the dodge skill means that if they fail a dodge, they get a free reroll. It also helps keep them upright on blocks. Really stupid roll by the Troll. Failed the rolls, had to spend the Blitz. When you are really stupid, you have to roll a d6 first. It's a 2+ roll. Oh, is this going to be picked up by the Skaven? No. It's a 2+ if you are next to an opponent who can tap you on the shoulder. Otherwise, it's a 4+. Went for the Blitz, failed a really stupid roll, and that means his Blitz is wasted. SB Beaver says 6 of them is broken. I mean, it's a lot and it's tough, but they're just so easy to mark. There are certain matchups where it certainly sucks. I think against elves, it's not so good. Against Norse, maybe not so good. Failed dodge into a KO. 1-man player advantage for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Clifey says, wow, what dodge skill? Blitz on this Skaven thrower who will not, on the Skaven Blitzer who will not relent. It's taken down. The Skaven Blitzers have an AV of 8 as opposed to the other Skaven who have an AV of 7. Kristoff moves forward to get a tackle zone on the ball. Covers the left side of the ball. Another foul by Meatwad. Gets an injury out of it. Well done. And stays on the pitch. That's the Skaven thrower with the extra arms. 2-man player advantage for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. What a dirty, dirty player, man. Where is the ref? What are you looking at? Look at the play. Don't look over here. SB Beaver praised the Nuffle. Crocs ties up the Troll. Finally, good pickup by the Skink with the sidestep skill. That's an excellent ball carrier. Cage finally getting set up at center pitch. 2 Sarses on the front of the cage. Who's going to fill in the back of the cage? Is it going to be another Saurus? Or is it going to be a Skink? Number 3 Saurus moves for. What is happening? All right, he's shifted the 2 Sauruses in front of the cage. Pulled in the number 7 Saurus. He's going to fill in the back corner of the cage with a Skink. Still has the Journeyman. SB Beaver says, I love that the foul is less risky than a ball pickup. Yeah, send that Skink in. Mark the Skaven lineman. Sure, you take a 2-die block coming back, but you're a Journeyman. Who cares? Who cares? They knew what they were getting into. 35 seconds. Turn 3, back to Irish Wristwatch. Lots of players in front of the cage at the moment. Currently, the Skaven lineman is tied up. It's an uphill block to take at the moment. It would take 2 assists to make it a 2-die block coming back. I don't think he'd need to do that, though. 1 assist would make it a 1-die block, and then he has the block skill that he can leverage. Sends the only remaining thrower, Black Bat, to reposition in the right wide zone. Cliffy says, oh, it's the Journeyman. I was going to say marking players with skinks is a recipe for skink soup. It is indeed, but yeah, Journeyman, they're not permanent players. Their job is to take hits more often than not. 2-die block on that Journeyman skink is only going to be a push. Follows up, continues to tie up the skink. Blitz still on the table. Looking for the assist against the Kroxigor. Works out, 2-die block, good hit. 10 plus causes an injury. Not today. Skaven Blitzer tries to dodge away from the Saurus. Get back here. Spends the TRR. Good dodge. Irish Wristwatch down to 2 TRRs. Dodge Blitz works out. Gets a stun out of it. Stun on the Journeyman. Foul coming up. You can foul. I can foul too. Doesn't get anything out of the foul. Stays on the pitch. This ref is blind. Another failed Skaven dodge. Turn 4 now for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Final turn of the first quarter. 2 TRRs apiece. Blitz right out of the gate on the Skaven thrower. Good hit. He's going to set up for a surf here. Cliffy says, man, this is more fouls than I see in entire games, and it's turn 4. I know. SB Beaver says, to be fair, the ref probably couldn't see the foul through the player fouling. Fair point. Pickles moves forward to tie up the Warpstone Troll again. It's going to be a 2-die block coming back, but he doesn't want that Troll moving anywhere. That Troll having an assist not only means he gets a 2-die block back, but if he were free, his really stupid roll would only be a 2+ instead of a 4+. That Goblin, really leery Larry, would be able to say, hey, you, let's go. One minute, 12 seconds left in turn 4 for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Still has their TRR on the table. Blitz has been spent. There's still a foul to take. Deciding where he wants to go with this cage. If he moves into the right wide zone, he's committing. But, man, so much of Irish Wristwatch would be left out of position. That might not be a bad move. It's tough to get down this left wide zone entirely. You'd have to set it up over here. What he could do is he could half cage up here somewhere. That might be the play, but I don't know. That's why I'm not this high up the leaderboard. SB Beaver says, are the big guys just to tie up the other team's big guys? I feel like they should only agree to go after the squishy players with the Troll Kroxigor. It's all up to coaches. It's a coach's prerogative. I've seen plenty of games where people will intentionally offset the big guys so that they can leverage their big guys elsewhere. You'll see this a lot on halfling teams. They'll come with 2 treemen, and you don't want those treemen tied up necessarily, although they almost always are. You want to be throwing with the treemen. Halflings are there to be flung across the pitch. 2-die block on the number 12 skink, back way behind the lines, only going to result in a dodge push. Follows up to keep the skink marked. Blitz on the back right corner of the cage. 2-die blitz. Only gets a push. Will he follow up? He does. That's a Skaven Blitzer. Selfish Shellfish on the ball carrier at the moment. Claffy says halflings are there to provide easy SPP to dwarf teams. Oh man. Just as I mentioned, it's a 2-die block coming back. The really stupid roll fails again. Remember, this is a 2+ because there is a friendly player adjacent to the troll and failed it. Only a 1 fails, and that's another 1 rolled. Good dodge by the Skaven Blitzer. What do you do with the prone Skaven Thrower? Probably just leave him prone, right? Oh man, the number 12 Goblin. Playing courageous defense in front of 2 Sauruses right now. SP Beaver says, stand him up. Good stunty dodge on the left side of the pitch. Moves right behind the troll. Yeah, leaving that Skaven Thrower prone. I think that's the right idea. Second quarter begins here. A Reptile Dysfunkshun. After a pitiful kickoff event, they have recovered fairly well here, and they're in pretty decent shape. But Irish Wristwatch is by no means out of contention. 2-die block, double skulls. That's not going to work. He's only going to get a push. He spent the TRR there. He's got 1 left for the half. No TRRs left for this turn. You can only spend 1 TRR per turn. Saurus Blitz gets a push. Oh, man. These die rolls are getting risky now. Follows up. Keeps the Goblin marked. He's going to move this cage forward by 2 spaces. He's going to cross the line of scrimmage here. Cliffy says, I imagine that Hank the Ranger probably loved that event for multiple reasons. I mean, it was a fun event. Skink crosses the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage in Blood Bowl is just the center line. Resets the cage. He's got a couple of players left to do something with, but what is the question? Sends a Skink, the sneaky get, into the cage. Takes the 3-die block against the poor Goblin. Doesn't take him off the pitch, but follows up. Cliffy says, nobody to foul at the moment. Nobody indeed. Is he going to dodge out the Skink, or does he want to keep the Skaven lineman tied up? Takes the 3-die block with the number 3 Saurus in front of the cage. This poor Gobbo, man. 8+. Oh, only got a push. Wow. 3-die block, you only get a push. Them's the breaks sometimes. Turn 5 now for Irish Wristwatch. They have 2 players behind the ball currently. KO on the Skink. That's how you do it. KO on the Skink. Is that a 1-man player advantage? Let's see. 2 down. 1 down. 1-man player advantage now for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Block on the big guy. 2-die block. Clean hit. Elects not to follow up. It means the Crocs can't block next turn unless he takes a blitz. Blitz with Skaven Blitzer. Going after this Skink. Gets a dodge push. That's the sneaky get. Meatwad of New Jersey. Elects not to follow up, and instead, it's going to be an uphill block for this number 7 Saurus. Good move by Wenger. This is what we talked about in pregame. Wenger going after these Skinks. Nick Satan needs to be careful. He can't just give them up for blocks. But he only has 4 Sauruses. I mean, the Skinks got to get into the game eventually. And that's why you see 1 on the cage and 1 inside the cage. Goblin moves back into the safety position. Turn 6 for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. They've only got 3 turns left. Wow, it's their turn to Fail their big guy roll. Boneheaded failed. That means the big guy, if he were standing, he wouldn't exert tackle zones. He's not exerting them now because he's prone anyway. And he's going to stay that way until he passes that roll on a future turn. Skink marks the number 7 Skaven Blitzer behind the cage. What do? Do you blitz down the Skaven lineman and set up on the sideline? He marks the big guy with the journeyman. 2-die block, double skulls. He'll have to spend the TRR. Gets the pal he was looking for. Oh man, a Reptile Dysfunkshun now has no team rerolls remaining this half. Now you have to be careful about action order. Do you move the ball? What's the play? Not going to set up on the sideline. Setting up the cage just a couple of spaces down pitch. He's currently in scoring position with 2 GFIs. Wenger is going to try hard to try to get in front of this cage. It's going to be tough to defend against. 2-die block against the number 11 Goblin. Good hit. Gets a stun. Good stun. Shave a single shingle is out for at least a turn. When you're stunned, you lose your turn next. You lose your next turn, and then on the turn after that, you'll be able to stand up. But standing up costs 3 MA, and you can very easily find yourself left out of the drive. Oh wow! Injury on the foul. Oh, and it's a smashed hip. The apothecary is going to be used. The apothecary does his job. Good doctor that you've hired there. And Meatwad still does not get called off the pitch for being such a sneaky git. Open your eyes, ref. Open your eyes. 2-man player advantage for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Blitz to take the block on the Goblin safety. He gets a push. He's not going to follow up because he wants to move right back into position in front of the ball carrier. Ba, 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 ba. Turn 6 for Irish Wristwatch. They still have 2 TRRs. We're going to try to find a way to play some defense here. SB Beaver says they'll be after that thrower's other hip. Two-die block on the skink back behind the cage. Number 4 Blazin' Skaven. She sells seashells. Really not doing anything at the moment. I wonder if she got left behind. Just under a minute to go in turn 6. Goblin, 2 blitzers, and the big guy left. Oh, he's also got the prone lineman, Fred Fed Ted Bread. 3-die block on this poor skink is going to be a push. Wow, this journeyman. I might hire him just because he's so courageous. One-die blitz. It's going to be a both standing result. He doesn't have the TRR. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Irish wrist. Oh, no. Oh, no. It was Irish. That's the wrong screen. Irish Wristwatch was the one rolling. They did have a TRR. He had a both standing result. He spent the TRR, and it ended up with a skull. Skull knocks down the attacker rather than the defender. Turn 7 for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Oh no! What are with the skulls? He has no TRR left. 3 skulls in a row. Oh boy. Turn 7 Irish Wristwatch. A bit of serendipity here. Is that Goblin going to go after a blitz? I can't imagine. What? Oh, man. Wenger is still going to have to reset his defense. He's not out of the woods. He's got to do something. Oh, is it going to be? Is it going to be? It's the uphill block with the Goblin. It's going to be a push. Well, so uphill blocks mean that the defender gets to choose. He could have chose both down, but went with the push. Of course he did, because the ball carrier has sidestep that gives him a free space of movement. Sidestep says instead of being pushed directly behind, you can be pushed into any adjacent square, and more importantly, the defender chooses. Good dodge by the Goblin to get a tackle zone on the number 14 Skink, and good positioning as well. So now that Skink, I mean, he has dodge, and he's stunty, but, you know, you want to make them roll as much dice as you can, and as it stands, it's a 2 dodge roll to get out of this position by Duncan of Idaho. He'd have to dodge here, that's a -1 dodge, and then dodge here for a positive dodge, currently. Irish Wristwatch has spent their blitz, but they still have a team reroll remaining. Finally, that blitzer is going to come into this game to lend the assist on the big guy. 2-die block. Good hit against Pickles. Pickles is going to stay on the pitch and continue trying to box with this troll. Lifey says, I think attack 1 Goblin, then dodge from the others. Good dodge by the Skaven Blitzer. Number 6, Rubber Baby Buggy Bumper. Yeah, so this is what we were talking about here. Now this is not a positive dodge to escape, and it's 3 dodges to get out of town. Good positioning by Wenger and Irish Wristwatch. That's not hard to say at all. That's so, just rolls off the tongue. Straight up blitz. 2-die blitz on the Goblin. It's going to be a dodge push. He wanted better, but he can't make it better. He doesn't have any TRRs left. This is the final turn of the first half. Decides not to follow up. Wants to lend a possible assist on the Goblin. I think it's probably the play. Well, no, that's not the play. SB Beaver says, run! Good block by the Crocs to the left of this would-be cage. Oh boy, it's 3 dodges right now. He's got another block to take. Well, no, he doesn't have another block to take. 2-die block back behind the line. I don't... Man, well, he could... No, I think he's just going to have to do the dodges. I think he's just got 3 dodges to take. I don't think he can make it any better. Oh, good use of the Skink. He can make this a little better. Maybe a little better. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he can't make this any better. Here it comes. Dodge 1, dodge 2, dodge 3. That's it. Wow. Well done by a Reptile Dysfunkshun. 1-0. The score at the end of the first half. Wow. 3 dodges. That's the power of Stunty and Dodge. We'll see if anybody comes back on the pitch. 1 Goblin's going to come back on the pitch. And 1 Skink. I think it's all tied up on the pitch right now. Let's see. Yeah, 11 v 11 on the pitch. And now it will be Irish Wristwatch's turn. Oh no, they have 1 turn left. They have 1 turn to do something, unless, of course, unless what? Unless what happens? Unless it's a riot. They can score in a riot. They are fast enough. They're not a Dwarven team. Clyface asks, does it mean anything when Stunty pops up? Does that mean it would have failed otherwise? Yes. Clyface says, Stunty can be used as many times in a turn as you want, right? Yes. Ninja Gloppy demands death. He says the audience demands a riot. Clyface says it's permanent, unlike things like dodge that you can only use once for a reroll. Yes, that is correct. Stunty is always active. A Reptile Dysfunkshun really putting a lot of time into this formation. He knows the perils of a turn 8 riot. He doesn't want it to happen. He doesn't want to tie this game up. He doesn't want to give up the tying score. He's going to go too deep on defense. He is giving up wide zones, but I think he's okay with that. All right. 2 deep defense way back behind the line. He's got 3 players on the line, 2 Skinks and a Crocs. I have to imagine Irish Wristwatch is going to take advantage of that and go after those Skinks. Yes, Irish Wristwatch currently with a 6-man line, strong left, 1 player back to receive. Oh, is the injury on the thrower? It is. Yikes. Down to just 1 thrower. Clyface says, man, I would try to get 3 dice on each Skink with a skilled blocker. Here's the kick. I have to imagine it will be a pretty standard kick. Yeah. Pretty even Steven kick. It's a blitz. Oh, Reptile Dysfunkshun gets a free bonus turn. They get a free bonus turn with anybody who's not currently in a tackle zone. So the linemen have to stay put. He can do something with these players. I don't think he wants to. He might. But I doubt it. So not a riot. So Irish Wristwatch will not be able to score here. The name of the game at this point will be to block down the line, try to pick up the ball, and have a successful pass for some SPP, and a touchback makes that all the easier. He doesn't have to roll to pick up the ball. It's going to go into the hands of the thrower. Yes, indeed. Going to get some SPP on this thrower. He just needs 2 to level up. 2 die block on the right side of the line. Gets the POW. Clean hit. There's that injury. This is what he's looking for. Well done. Go try it again on the left side of the line against the journeyman. Dodge push. Doesn't work. You still have the blitz, though. If you take the big guy roll first, you don't have a TRR left, or you go for the blitz. He's going to take the big guy roll. This will work out. Still has the blitz. Is he going to foul? Is he going to foul is the question. Looks like he's going to try to set up for a 3-die blitz here. 3, 4, 5. He's got it. Oh, he's not just setting up for a 3-die blitz. He is... Are you going to foul the journeyman? 3-die blitz. Works out due to the block skill. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Foul the journeyman. He only has an AV of 7. I think that's fair. Good play. Goes for the pass. Gets the SPP. Well done. Very good strategic play by Wenger here. Here's the foul. KO'd, but he rolled doubles. He's going to get called off the pitch. One skink for one goblin. Is that a good trade? I don't know. .1-0 at the half. Irish Wristwatch is now going to get a chance to try to tie this ball game up. They'll be on offense. Oh, the knocked out skink is not coming back onto the pitch. 50-50 roll to recover from your knockout. One-man player advantage for Irish Wristwatch at the moment. Irish Wristwatch with the clutch foul at the end of the first half. Ended up losing both players out of it. SP Beaver says true. They're replaceable for what? 10K? Who? The goblins? Not 10K. The skinks are 40 or 50. I think they're 40. Three-man line for Reptile Dysfunkshun. Really aggressive on defense here. I don't know how I feel about this. He has nobody in the safety position. He's got two in either wide zone. He's looking to play a little man-to-man here, but I don't know if that's the call. He's got two Sarses on the line in the defensive tackle position here, but they're going to get tied up. I think they're out of the drive. They're going to have to hope to get a stun, or worse, they're going to have to hope to break armor in order to break free. Here's the kickoff. Oh no, it's pouring rain. And now the passing game is going to have a -1 just like that. A -1 modifier to catches, to interceptions, and to pickups. That catch was a 1/3 chance to catch in this pouring rain. Claffy says, Hank would love it. Two-die block, double pals on the right side of the line. SP Beaver says Wenger has an unfair advantage. He knows all the kickoff events. Failed the really stupid roll, and now the troll is not exerting any tackle zones. Troublesome for Irish Wristwatch. Failed the pickup with sure hands. That was a 75% chance to pick it up. Failed on snake eyes. Oh, what are the odds that a Reptile Dysfunkshun goes aggressive down one of these sideline, or one of these end zones, wide zones. Claffy says those goblins still have the line secured. No worries. Yes, they do. Pouring rain affects Irish Wristwatch disproportionately compared to a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Reptile Dysfunkshun doesn't pass. They don't pass at all. They don't even know what passing is. 3-die block at the line. Good hit on the center defensive tackle. Chomped him right in the face. Didn't break armor though. Wow. Goblin armor is strong. Gets a push on the left side of the line. SP Beaver says Goblin versus Saurus seems fair. Decides to follow up. Interesting choice to follow up. That keeps the Saurus tied up for another turn. He felt it was more important to tie up the goblin, but the goblin is stunty and has dodge. Blitz down the right wide zone. He is going to descend down the right wide zone. Good block. The both down results. Doesn't affect you if you have the block skill. The number 7 Saurus does. He's going to move back to lend an assist. Or no, he's going to move back to tie someone up. Man, I don't know about these Saurus tie-ups. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Advances the left Saurus, Steve Irwin III, just one space forward. Doesn't want to cross the line of scrimmage. SP Beaver says, I want to see a Saurus end up with the ball in the rain. I think if a Reptile Dysfunkshun gets the ball in the hands of a Saurus, they would have no problem with that whatsoever. Number 15, Skink. Shuffles left, shuffles right. Ends up in the center linebacker position. Shifts a Skink with Duncan of Idaho with the sidestep skill over into the right wide zone. 2 Skinks in the right wide zone. 1 Skink in the left wide zone is descending upon this ball. 15 seconds left in turn 9. Yeah, there you go. He ties up the Skaven lineman, number 4. She sells seashells. She has a damaged back, so every time she's knocked down, it's a +1 to her injury rolls. Fred Fed Ted Bread moves in on this ball. He's going to try to protect this ball before he picks it up. That's smart play. Just in case he can't pick up the ball, he won't necessarily have to spend the TRR. Another failed pickup. Wow. This rain is made of motor oil. And now a Reptile Dysfunkshun. There's a big hole down center pitch. Needs to be a little careful of overcommitting here. He doesn't want receivers to get past him, even though it is raining. Gets a push over on the right side of the line. Oh no, and a boneheaded roll. Look at the big guys failing their rolls. This one's a bonehead. This one's really stupid. They're just hanging out at center pitch. SB Beaver says, overcommit, Venker will never pick up the ball at this rate. Man, imagine if Reptile Dysfunkshun didn't have any skinks. Currently for the Sauruses, a ball pickup is a 6. Two-die block over on the right, or on the right side of the line. Good knockdown. SP Beaver says, does the rain make a difference for them? On ball pickups, for sure. Good stun. Just the skinks left. No blitz taken. What do you do with 4 skinks? Do you try to snake this ball away? He's going to get a tackle zone on the ball. He's going to have to protect that skink unless he's going to leave it up to a blitz. That might be okay. In order to take out this skink, currently a blitz would have to be used. And if Irish Wristwatch would spend the blitz, yeah. So he brings in the skink. He wants to protect the skink. But, you know, if he only left 1 skink here, he might be okay with Irish Wristwatch spending their blitz on that player. Oh, Meatwad's going to foul again. Doesn't get anything out of the foul, and therefore will stay on the pitch. I remember the days of Blood Bowl when the players were honorable and they would murder their opponents face to face. Irish Wristwatch now needing to do something about the 2 skinks that are harassing the ball. 2-die block. He's going to get a push on one skink. It's all he needs. He probably won't follow up. All right, he will follow up. Skinks are not an issue for the ball pickup now. Oh man, what do you do? What do you do? I think if you fail the ball pickup at this point, you spend the TRR. But you got to get this ball away. Do you set up your defense, or do you set up your protection first? Like, he might half cage up down the left sideline, but that would be at least one dodge. Tying up some Sauruses over the right side of the line. Oh, but it's not going to work out. Really stupid roll. Failed again. The troll, the number 1 troll, is not going to exert any tackle zones. So this Saurus is... Oh no, he's really stupid. I'm sorry. Boneheaded doesn't have tackle zones. Shoo! Oh no. Has to spend the TRR on the dodge. Good pickup. Had to spend the TRR on the dodge. Moves the thrower all the way into the left sideline, so he's going to set up a half cage here, but there's a dodge that he needs to make still. Dodge with the goblin. Works out. Well done. Well done by Wenger to set up the half cage at center pitch. This is where having these Saurus marks is a problem for Reptile Dysfunction. He has 2 free Sauruses. Sauruses. SP Beaver says, did someone mention something about needing safeties earlier? Yes, these 2 Sauruses are going to be a problem. Sauruses with a strength of 4, they get 2-die block on anyone. Takes the 2-die block on the Skaven lineman. He's only going to get a push. Doesn't follow up. He wants to reposition Krieger here. Gets a tackle zone on the ball carrier. It's a 1-die block coming back on the Saurus right now, but he'll probably throw a skink in for good measure. This is the chess match we were talking about. I'm sorry, he's not going to throw a skink in. He's going to throw a big guy. He's going to throw pickles in your face. Pickles! In your face! Oh no! 2-die block on Quinoa gets an injury. Quinoa's hand has been smashed. All tied up on the pitch. 9v9. 54 seconds left in turn 11. Tried to dodge out the skink. Odd direction. I thought he would have come down here to lend an assist. Turn 12 for Irish Wristwatch. Claffy says Nuffle is pleased and or angry. It's kind of hard to tell with Nuffle. Oh boy, Irish Wristwatch. What do you do? What do you do? Even a quick pass in the rain with all these negative modifiers. What do you do? What do you do? Do you try to lend an assist on the Saurus? Maybe you take the blitz on the Saurus? But it's still a dodge to do so, and it's a 1-die blitz with the blitzer. Probably okay with that, honestly. But you'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'd be a dodge to a GFI blitz. That's what he's gonna do. All right, let's go. 1-die GFI blitz gets it. All right, it's now a positive dodge for the thrower. What does he do? What does he do? What do you do? Dodge the thrower, protect with the goblins? Dodge the thrower, throw to a... Oh, man, you got to do something. I just don't know what you do. Dodge Fred Fed Ted Bread? What do you do? What do you do? Failed the dodge. 50% dodge. He's going to spend the TRR. Failed it again. Yeah. Had to do something. Oh, this poor Skaven thrower. Can't get more than a 2-die block out of it. So he'll just take it. Oh, skulls. Skulls, he takes the skulls! Wow! A Reptile Dysfunkshun choosing to save his TRR instead took the both down results. And now Irish Wristwatch, an opportunity to try to pick this ball back up and run downfield. Good pickup by the thrower. Had to spend 3 MA on the stand-up. Is he going to hand off? Is he going to hand off? He is. Failed handoff. He's going to spend the TRR. Yes, that turns a 50% handoff to a 75%. Lifey says, man, handing off seems bad. I don't know. I think this is good. I think this is great. So this Saurus is tied up. So long as this lineman doesn't do anything, he's tied up. And the blitz would have to be spent to get the lineman out of the way. So he would have to block with the Saurus and then blitz with one of these guys, but I don't think they can catch without it being a GFI. Lifey says, can't that Saurus just surf the lineman? He can, but I think the focus here is on scoring. Yeah, you can move the... Maybe get a goblin here, or here, here, or here. And then try to dodge out this guy. He's going to take the block instead. Fair enough. He's going to get a push. He's going to have to follow up. Yes, indeed. See where he ends up with the goblin. He's going to elect to tie up everyone. Oh, man. Oh, man. Another failed, really stupid roll by the troll. Lifey says, what? With that puny ball thing? The focus is on smacking goblins and skinks. Fourth quarter now. Oh, turn 13 for a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Reptile Dysfunkshun's got to free someone up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Not good enough without GFIs. Not good enough without GFIs. Dice are going to have to be rolled on this Skaven Blitzer one way or another just to get there. Everybody is tied up now. What is the plan? Takes the blitz. Just going to try to surf the lineman. Doesn't need it. Well done. So now he's freed up the down Saurus and freed up the Crocs, both who are only going to have 3 MA. Decided to blitz with the Saurus. Man. I think I would have blocked with the Saurus and then did the stand-up GFI blitz, but You know, I'm not I'm not 2-0-1. Good stunty dodge by the skink. Two tackle zones in front of Selfish Shellfish. What a hero. Taking on these lizardmen all by their lonesome. He's got to stand up the Saurus. SB Beer says, just a friendly cage to assist him. Is he going to try to GFI? He does. Well done. 3 tackle zones now on the ball carrier. The only positive direction to go is right here. Does he try to dodge a Saurus? I would love to see it. I would love to see you try. Moves the one Saurus over to tie up the Goblin. Gets the 2-die block on the Skaven Blitzer. Doesn't try to dodge. Boo. Which, of course, is the correct call. Turn 14 for Irish Wristwatch. Just 3 turns left to try to score. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still can't quite make it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not with the positive dodge, anyway. He could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 GFI with 3 dodges, 2 of them -1. Oh, man. I think he can't even take the blitz. I mean, he could, but wouldn't be pretty. Oh, the troll gets a murder. The apothecary is being spent, but it didn't work out. Kristoff is dead. Rest in peace, Kristoff. You had a great career. Sorry you won't see the rest of the season or the rest of your life. Ninja Gloppy, murder! Oh, thank you so much, SPB, for the gift sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Is that the murder gift sub? Failed stunty dodge. Oh man, and the dodge results in an injury for Shave a Single Shingle. Turn 15 now. I'm sorry, turn 14 for Reptile Dysfunkshun. They're going to take the 2-die block on the ball carrier. Oh, tried the dodge before moving the ball carrier. Now the ball is out of the hands of Irish Wristwatch. Shadow Killer, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're appreciating Blood Bowl. I think it's a super rad game. The only players on a Reptile Dysfunkshun that can reasonably pick up this ball are Skinks, and he's going to save that for last. Gets a good block by the Saurus with the block skill. Reptile Dysfunkshun still with 2 TRRs. Irish Wristwatch with none remaining. Lifey says, man, losing a Saurus. Nick never seems to increase his total Saurus collection as they keep getting injured or dying. I know. Picked up the 5th. 1 was injured coming into this game, and now 1's dead. 2-die skink block against a goblin. He's going to spend the TRR. I don't know. I guess you do spend the TRR if you plan on going after the ball. Oh, I thought he was going to try to pick it up with the Saurus for a second. It's currently a 6+ to pick up the ball with the Saurus. It's going to be a 5+ with the skink. Here it comes. 4+ with the skink. Well done. A Reptile Dysfunkshun has picked this ball back up in the second half, and Irish Wristwatch is going to have a real tough time getting it back here. They could conceivably get a block on the ball carrier, but even if they do, how do you get the ball back? It's going to be tough to get out of this this faux cage. Plus, with the rain, it makes it very difficult, especially when you only have 2 turns left to try to tie the game. 3 seconds left, going for a foul. Foul doesn't work out, doesn't get called off. Turn 15 for Irish Wristwatch. I'm feeling an uphill block. What about you? Lifey says trying to get back for the loss. Oh, that's SARS. No uphill block. He's just going to stand up the blitzer. He says, I'm not afraid of you. Couldn't even get the blitz out. Failed the GFI. GFIs fail 900% of the time. And now a 3-die block against the poor Skaven. Man, I cannot speak. Against this poor Skaven blitzer, but only a push result. Probably get another 2-die block out of it if he wants to. Might want to go after somebody's AG7 if he can. SP Beaver lowered the GFI failure rate from 900% to 99%. He does need a hero. He really needs a hero. Gonna tie up a bunch of players. Still has his blitz on the table. Might take a 2-die blitz with a skink. Well, no. Probably just take the block with the skink, yeah? 2-die block. We'll see. He can move Duncan of Idaho up to make this a 2-die block against the number 9 Goblin. Oh, no. Has to spend the GFI. Oh, no! Can Irish Wristwatch score? They can. Irish Wristwatch has a shot. Nick Satan tried to go up 2-0, didn't work out, and now Irish Wristwatch has a better shot than they did at the beginning of last turn. Here we go. Here we go. No TRRs remain. Can he pull it off? Failed the really stupid roll with the big guy again. What do you think the play is? Is the play pick up to handoff? Probably not. Pick up to pass, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, man. Takes the block with the Goblin instead, gets skulls. Oh, he was going to try to take down a skink, try to pick up the ball. And now Reptile Dysfunkshun has no TRRs left, but if they can pick up the ball, they win this game 2-0. Man, GG's. Clivey says it's like 3 6s in a row. Yeah, but you need to believe the power of positivity and friendship. that would have saved the day. Nothing left to do here but take some blocks. Maybe just try to score. I might just try to score. Honestly, get that SPP. Clivey says all the friendship is in the injury box. Good block. Still has a blitz. Man, I don't know what's the better SPP take. If you try to go for the injury here, if you try to pick up the ball, I'd probably just go, maybe I'd take the block, I don't know. He tried for the pickup, it's not gonna work out. And that'll be it, 1-0, the final tonight. What a game it was. Congratulations to both coaches. Not a whole lot of armor breaks. SB Beaver said, scoring helps with tie break to make the cut to top 4. That is very true. A Reptile Dysfunkshun with double the ball possession than Irish Wristwatch, and yet the ground wins on possession. That is right. excellent game for the ground tonight. 35 successful blocks for Reptile Dysfunkshun, 25 for Irish Wristwatch. And while, man, they couldn't get any injuries going back. It's tough against a Lizardman team. You know, Underworld teams are very, very fragile. And yet they still had 2 KOs, 2 injuries inflicted, and 1 kill inflicted. So regardless of how this game ended up, well done to Irish Wristwatch on the Bashy game. GG indeed. As for SPP, 10 will go to Irish Wristwatch. 10 will go to a Reptile Dysfunkshun. Delton, the MVP, also picked up 2 SPP as well, so he'll level up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that'll be the game for tonight. We'll take a look at the schedule before we leave. The next game currently scheduled will be Tracksuit Mafia at Pity the Ghoul. That'll be Saturday, February 5th at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be a live stream. And then on Sunday, February 6th, will be the top table match, Knee High to Nuffle at Pippi Fan Club. That will be Sunday, February 6th at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The pregame starts 10 minutes before the listed time, and the stream goes live 25 minutes before the listed time. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I had a blast. I love Blood Bowl so much. If you want to watch the rest of week 4, there's just 2 weeks left in Swiss before the cut to top 4 here in the Chaos Cup. Then you can check out the schedule here on Twitch, also on Twitter, or on our Facebook page. You can check them out right there on your screen. We will keep the schedules updated there. Oh, man. This was a game. We've got plenty more games here in the week. You can also check out our podcast. It is MAML Talk in your favorite podcast player. There might be 1 or 2 games scheduled before Saturday. If they are, just check the schedule. They'll be there. Otherwise, we will see you back here Saturday night for Tracksuit Mafia at Pity the Ghoul. Have a great night, guys. Play Blood Bowl.